Good morning, this is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 15 minutes. Some good activity out there. I think I'm going to watch TEVA out of the opening gates. In fact, might even do a pre-market trade on it. That remains to be seen, though, for the time being. But if I do a pre-market trade, I'll get the video rolling again. If not, I'll just see you back at the open. Changing things up here, mRNA, pretty sure I'm going to watch this one out of the opening gates. I say pretty sure, just leaving myself a little leeway because the market still doesn't open for about 7 minutes. So I suppose something could change and might pull my attention away from this one. But mRNA, specifically 1975, looks like a very interesting area. It's within that distance right now. And like I said, still, well, at this point, 6 minutes until the market opens. But yeah, 1975 and mRNA is a very fascinating area, so we'll see if it can come into play or not. All right, well, I chose poorly. Market's been open here almost a minute now, and not much of a range at all on mRNA. So potentially you might want to come back to it, but as of right now, there are some other stocks out there that are moving. So let's just check out with again, some other stocks. So LYFT looks very interesting. I can't get in right now, though. That'd be totally chasing. But if it wants to bounce back upwards, oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just not much you can do with stocks like this. But like I said, if it wants to bounce, then I would definitely be interested in it, especially if it can get up above the 50-50 mark. So we'll see what happens. All right, looking like this thing might want to roll back over here a little bit. So short here at 50.13. Looking for a break down through the $50 mark. So let's see what this wants to do. Make another alert while we watch. So yes, you do hear typing. That's just me making alerts in the chat room. You're not hearing things. So let's see what this wants to do at this point. It's trying to roll back over. So can it actually get back down through 50 though? That's the question. It's approaching 50. There is the break. Can we get some more momentum to the downside though? All right, so what I'm going to do now is put a stop at 50.11. So now it's a winning trade no matter what. It's just the question becomes how big of a winning trade is it actually going to be? So this is a good problem to have, right? Again, not if I make money, but how much money am I actually going to make? A great problem to have because I have no idea how far down this thing is going to go. So I'll say that again. I'm going to make money. I just don't know how much money I'm going to make. And as traders, this is the spot we definitely want to be in. So let's see if we can get some more momentum to the downside. And as it goes in my favor, so I'm going to move that down some more. So again, great spot to be in. Not if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? Obviously, let's see this thing totally plunge, and that would be fantastic. But even if it doesn't, that's okay. I'm still making money. Like I said, let's see if this thing can get down through the 60s. That would be fantastic. Okay, now I'm moving it down some more. Gonna move it down some more. So now I'm just following it down, and all out there for $375, but the key dynamic there was I was positioned to have potentially made a whole lot more than that had the price continue to roll back over. It didn't, but starting off the day, $375, and what, we're 8 minutes in, so very happy with that. And now you can see it is bouncing. If I would be potentially interested in re-entering if it can get up around the 50-50 mark, but let's see what else I can find. Okay, I have an order at 49.15 now from the long side of things, so if this movement wants to continue to the downside, I'll be ready for my opening 500 shares at 49.15, but that key break gonna be right there at 49.50. So yeah, that little green candle there, I mean, would have definitely stopped me out. So well, there's the break. Let me check something over here. All right, let's go down to 49 at this point. Keep in mind, I am looking at other things that you don't see on the screen. So that is where this decision is coming from. I might be getting a little too greedy thinking I can get in at 49. But like I said, I like the chances that that could potentially happen. So I'm in for my opening allotment. Well, it did actually bounce up there, but it never quite took me out. Which still just 500 shares, so nothing massive. So let's see what this thing wants to do here. Trying to bottom out here. I'm getting some nice little candles. Can it actually get the break up above 49 though? That is the question. I might look to add some more down here if it wants to show some strength to get back up above 49. But first it's got to show me some strength that it wants to once again bounce. Okay, I picked up 500 more shares here, so just 1,000 shares on the position. So we'll see what this thing wants to do here. 48.70 is looking like that key resistance area right now. So if we can get up through there, I like the chances that I can make a move back up towards that $49 mark. So there we go. Now, can it get back up into the 90s? Yes, it can. Now, can it get back over 49? Is the big question. And I'm not quite sure, so I'm just going to take out my gains there. And it did. Oh well though, up over $500. $500 a day keeps the day job away, and it is 9:44. So $500 in 14 minutes. I am definitely happy with that. But yeah, let's see what else I can find. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I haven't even been around. I've been off playing with my kids and just, kind of hanging out. A pro and con of working from home is sometimes maybe you're not necessarily as productive as you could be, but I can also go and hang out with my kids whenever I want. So like I said, like anything in life, give and take. Quickly though, question I get, and there's a nice little learning lesson here about how I wasn't quite patient enough. But a lot of people ask, hey Clay, how does your community work? In fact, earlier in the video, I made the comment about typing, and you're not hearing things. So here's the, there is more to it than this, but this will give you an idea of what I posted this morning. And right here, Lyft, LYFT is the one where I pointed out 49.75 specifically, if you're curious. TVA, that never really came into play. MRNA actually came into play almost, didn't hit 1975 exactly, but that would have definitely been a potential trading opportunity. And CYBR was tricky. Unfortunately, it opened up down below 125 by the time the opening bell rang. Now, after it opened up below there, it totally plunged to the downside. But like I said, not an ideal situation. But LYFT, that's the exact one that you saw trade. And again, 49.75 is that key number, which I've represented here by the green line. And if you remember, right around here is when I entered in the trade. So you can see, I get it. Now, it was still a good entry point. And if you understand, candlesticks and all that stuff, hopefully you can see why. But like I said, I get a little too antsy. But for those members that did wait out, you can see, so went sideways. So again, that green line is what it was alerted. Get there, got close. And then right there was violated, so potential. And then you can see right there, a little bit of a bounce up. Now, granted, members could have also gotten in there. So actually two opportunities. Now, this one would have been a little bit more of an annoyance to sit through, but no big movement to the upside. So it's not like it blasted upwards and then came down. Just a very modest move to the upside. But really, I guess I kind of missed that. Two opportunities for members to get in at the 49.75 mark. But the second one was definitely more ideal because you had to sit through, and these are 1 minute candles. So basically 1 minute of annoyance. And then you can see it started to go in members' favor and then went very, very nicely to the downside, which you also saw that play out there. So that's just a quick example of how the room works with the, the watch list and the alerts. And so congratulations to all you members that did play it. Now, granted, like I said, some members that got in there had to wait through a little bit more annoyance than the ones that got in at that secondary one. Or, for people that got onto the third break right there, they didn't have any annoyance. It just went right in their favor. But overall, that's a quick little example of how the community works. If you are interested in joining the community, then you can just go to claytrader.com/team. And really the way to approach it, and we'll just use this pricing plan right there, but $99 for 3 months access. So the question really becomes, do I believe the service can make me more than $8.25, not per day, but per week? If you think the service can add more than $8.25 per value per week, then yes, you will get a great return on your investment. It's even better if you do the yearly plan right there. But like I said, we'll just go with the quote unquote more expensive one at $8.25 per week. So that's how you would approach that. But you can go there. There's also a mobile app, so it's not like you have to stay chained to your computer or anything like that. But also, if you enjoy these videos and would like for me to continue to make these live trade videos, the easiest way to communicate that to me is just to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and then also check out the channel. Hopefully you decide to subscribe. But as far as the live trades are concerned, hey Clay, please keep making these. I enjoy them. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and that, like I said, that's just a very quick and efficient way to, communicate that to me. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you decided to join us in the community, claytrader.com/team. So thanks to you, and I'll see you back for the next video. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.